So as a follow-up to a recent communique that went out from us at the Dermal Institute, we're very, very excited to be sharing with you today a little more insight into what Dermalogica on Wembley is about, our first ever concept store in South Africa, which we are a few days away from, and very, very excited. And just to add to what the letter explained as to what our thinking is as a brand and where we're going and why we see this as such a strategic step for us and why this is going to benefit you as our valued customer and supporter of the Dermalogica brand. So concept spaces are not a new thing for Dermalogica. Internationally, globally, we have had flagship stores since our inception. And really, as with any brand, a flagship is there to showcase what the brand's about. It's a very clear message about who you are, what you're not, what you stand for, the difference you want to get across to your consumer. And so we feel it's time in South Africa to have a space in which we can showcase who we are today. We did that very successfully with the Leonard Drakes originally in the early 80s, where Leonard Drake were company-owned salons that really took skincare to a new level. And I think it's time to do that again, because skincare is an industry that is fast changing. Our consumers are changing. Our whole lives have changed. You know, we live differently, we work differently. If you think of what Google's done for us, we just simply don't live the same way as we did 5 and 10 years ago. So we are no exception. And in fact, at Dermalogica, innovation and pioneering the way forward is a key part of our responsibility as a brand. And so if we were not going to respond to what's going on around us, that would make us misaligned with where the industry is. So Dermalogica on Wembley for us is a must-have step. And it exists solely to expand our professional skin industry. So whilst it may look like we've just gone retail, the reality is that we were a retail brand 5 years ago, 10 years ago. What makes a retail brand a brand? Well, it's a brand that has demand. It's a brand that people are seeking out. And we are very lucky to enjoy an exceptionally strong brand demand. That hasn't come overnight. That has been built over 15, 16, 17 long years in South Africa and 25 years internationally, where consumers know us. People love our brand. They want our brand. And so our professional skin industry is doing exactly what we hoped it would do, and that's grow, and that's progress, and evolve into something quite incredible. And it is now a profession in which we are challenged to compete and to be effective at what we do in our businesses. It's good news. It shows us that we have arrived. We have created something that we can all be proud of. And so Dermalogica concept spaces are the next step for us as a brand. A key driver behind this decision is a really interesting statistic that we are currently only talking to 6% of the universe of consumers that currently buy skincare. And so that's a very small base of customers that currently support our space. Hard to believe, I know, because we think, you know, everybody knows about professional skincare, but the reality is they don't. Many more, 90% know about skincare in traditional retail channels and the internet and direct sales. And so that's where they're purchasing their products. Why? Because it's easy, because it's accessible, because they see it. And so really this is an effort to put professional skincare on the map of the consumer's world and to open us up to that 90% that aren't yet supporting us. So we're very, very excited at the opportunity that we were able to find a creative solution to a very real issue. The silver thread to Dermalogica in everything we do, you know, whether it's a class we introduce, a product we launch, or a space we open, a door we open around the world, we aim to raise the bar for this industry. That was our core mission from inception in 1986, and that remains true. So this space will certainly help to raise the bar for what professional skincare is about. Remember, we're about defining the professional skincare therapist. So when a customer experiences Dermalogica in this space, they will have no question what we're about as a brand. It's a very powerful statement of who we are, how we're different, how we stand out from our competitors. And so it is about raising the bar, lifting the standards, and painting the picture of the future for skincare and making sure that everybody follows suit, and through that lifts the standards of their own salons. Wembley is our first referral and face mapping centre. It is specifically there to face map consumers who do not yet use our brand. They do not yet frequent the professional skin channel. They're the virgin clients, the 90% we haven't touched yet. We want to face map them, turn them onto the brand, and send them back into your stores. So the offering will really be made up of skin barring, which is the opportunity to engage with our brand at our skin bar and have fun with it, feel the Dermalogica difference. We will be able to face map professionally through our consultation with our skin coaches, and we will offer microzoning, which are our time compressed 20-minute targeted skin treatments, which really just is a bite-sized intro to what real skincare is all about. And so once they've had that taster, they're likely to want to seek out the full offering, which they can only have through you. And we will not be offering the full offering for that reason. So it really is an advert, if you like, in real life form to send them back into your skin centers. I think Dermalogica's biggest difference as a brand is that we're prescriptive. So whilst in parts of the world, yes, we are available in stores, store-in-store, in a departmental store arena. However, we'll never be a counter brand. We'll never be a brand that you go up and take off a shelf and walk out. There will always be a professional skin therapist. There will always be the opportunity to engage through a consultation and offer a personalized prescriptive home care routine. That is our point of difference. And that commitment will never change. The spaces in which we work are changing. The places in which we work are changing. But the therapist and the commitment we have to that therapist will never change. So it's about staying aligned. It's about staying relevant and going to where the customer is. Because you've got to make sure that your brand is where the customer is. So our offering at Wembley will very much be aligned with giving the taster to what professional skincare is about, and we'll leave the rest to you. So the referral circle is a very exciting element of this program for us. We have a program already with our Platinum Circle members, which many of you are Platinum Circle members, being the best salons we have. We also have introduced a program called Premium Skin Professional, which is about the individual who excels in excellence and who we recognize for that contribution to our brand. The referral circle encompasses both. And it is directly linked to concept spaces, because remember we said this is a face mapping and referral center. So it exists solely to face map and refer back to you. And so everybody can partake in the referral program. The invitation is there for us all to raise the bar around what we stand for and to be aligned with this program so that consumers know what they're getting when they come back to your store. So whether you're an individual or a big skin center, you can partake in our referral program. So we're very excited about the referral program actually, because this circle of excellence is about recognizing you and your dedication to our brand. So we've come up with an exciting platform to showcase you. When you walk into a store that we have, you will see a video playing on an ongoing basis that has your picture and your store images and your offerings as a skin center or as a professional skin therapist. And it can show your point of difference, and it'll be a really nice, innovative movie that will just show the consumer what you're about as our professional therapist. So we're very excited about involving you in our referral program, and we'll have a brochure that talks to what it's about, which we'll hand out in store, and that will be supported by a loyalty program which effectively drives that consumer back into your salon and encourages them to have professional skin treatments and purchase products with you. But having done that, we reward them with a product. So we pick up that cost because we want to thank that consumer for their support, but we want to make sure that they keep coming back into your store for services and for product purchases. So we think the referral circle is very exciting. It's going to benefit you hugely, and we invite your salons to partake in this great program. The long-term strategy we have as a brand is to continue to build the professional skin arena. because it is changing. And around the world, salons are closing their door because many skin centers don't progress. They don't evolve quickly enough to stay aligned. So we believe that this is an opportunity for us to continue to keep the professional skincare industry progressive and growing, and more consumers supporting what we do. And so I think it makes sense to open more skin centers, because we're not going to make a huge change through one door. We would need to have a reasonable footprint to be able to allow you, as our stores all over South Africa, to get benefit from us. So our intention is not to open hundreds of these, not at all. They are there to showcase and flagship the brand in very strategic and carefully selected locations. I think the reality is that every skin center out there competes with each other. And that is the nature of business. Business is about competing. Business is about getting a consumer to support your business. And that is true for every industry. So the skincare profession may have been a lot smaller at some point many, many years ago, but it has grown and evolved into something pretty progressive, pretty innovative, and now competitive. So the reality is that we all need to compete. So whichever salon down the road, I mean, you've got to make sure that you're giving a great service and providing excellent product knowledge to keep bringing that customer back to you. So the product you carry is no longer your biggest point of difference, because it's about where are you different, how are you different, what are your differentiators. And so the reality is we are all competing. The Dermalogica Wembley does not exist to compete with you. That's not its intention. It is there to support you and to provide tools to you now, the toolbox of the 21st century, to actually compete effectively today. And remember, by bringing you new customers and driving new consumers to your business, it allows you to get stronger in what you do. We're a brand of change, we're a company of change, but that doesn't mean to say that we too don't get scared of change. We know that when we make big, bold decisions like this around the world, that there is always risk involved, that people will always look into this and wonder if this is a good or a bad thing. But I want to share with you the positive feedback that we've had from you, and I want to thank you very much for the inputs, for the enthusiasm that you have showed towards this step to open Dermalogica's own stores in South Africa, because many of you are committed to what we're about as a brand, and you are as excited as we are to showcase this brand in its true essence, to show consumers what we're about, and for you to know that that's what you're part of. That success is your success, and yours is ours. So I want to thank you very much for that input. I want to thank you for your questions, for your concerns that you've shared, and for giving us the opportunity to talk to you about what those concerns are, and to reassure every one of you that we are here to support you in your business, that this step is being taken to grow us as an industry and not to alienate us as a business from you. So thank you very much for that support. Your love of our brand is the reason we are successful today. So we would not be where we are without all of you. So thank you very much for your love. We look forward to showcasing Dermalogica in these spaces and turning more consumers onto this wonderful love mark that you have worked with us very hard to create into the fantastic brand that it is today. Thank you.